Good evening, Doctor. My name is Anwar Azhad. Today we delve into the intricate world of cybercrime where innovation meets exploitation and strategies are meticulously crafted to reap financial dominance. In this project, we assume the mindset of a cybercriminal not to glorify wrongdoing, but to sharpen our understanding of the techniques, motives, and methods that define modern cyber threats. This perspective is crucial in digital forensics, equipping us to predict, counter, and mitigate such activities effectively. Our assignment title Target, Exploit, Profit, Strategy Execution of Pump and Dump and Ransomware for 1 year with target 3 million per month reflects the core of our project. A two-pronged criminal plan combining financial market manipulation through a pump and dump scheme and corporate network exploitation via ransomware deployment. The title encapsulates the essence of this strategy. Target: emphasize precision in identifying the most vulnerable and lucrative entities. Exploit: reflects the calculated manipulation of systems and vulnerabilities to achieve maximum impact. Profit underscores the ultimate motive securing significant financial returns. Through the exercise, we emphasize strategic planning, operational security, and adaptability, qualities vital not only for understanding, but also for actively combating cyber threats. With that, let's explore how these strategies unfold.
Good evening, Prof. My name is Kirubaashini A. So, in this video, we'll explore a bold and also a risky strategy that cybercriminals use to manipulate the stock market for a massive profit. So, it's actually called the pump and dump scheme, and it's actually a classic example of how technology and market collides for its illegal gain. So, how does it actually really work? So, let's break it down. What is the pump and dump scheme? It's actually a deceptive and tactic used to artificially inflate a stock's price by spreading a fake news and also creating an artificial demand. Once the price is actually high enough, the predators sell off their shares and also make a huge profit out of it, leaving unsuspecting investors to actually take the loss when the stock crashes. So it's essentially a control rise and also a fall of stock prices. And when it's done right, it can generate a staggering result. So, how the pump and dump scheme works. So here's how the entire process unfolds. So first, the first step is actually to target the stock that are undervalued and also largely ignored by the market. Think small companies like startup with potential but little public attention. Example of the stocks could be Tech Nova Ventures, Media Gene Biotech, and also Eco Power Corporation. So this next step is actually to create a buzz. So cyber criminals they like to spread fake news like in platforms such as Phantom Buster and also PR Log. A headline like Media Gene Biotech partner with who to develop to develop a cancer cure. It's actually designed to attract the attention, also spark investors' interest to invest into it. So now to make the stock appear as it thought, it's experiencing a surge, trading bots creating a flurry of buying activity. So this convinces a real investor to get involved. Social media like platform like Reddit and Twitter amplifies the buzz. So by drawing in a crowd of eager investors, once the stock price reach into the peak, the predators sell off their shares. So this money is actually then transferred to a private cryptocurrencies wallet, which makes the tracking nearly impossible. So, what's the final financial outcome from this? So the result would actually be a huge profit. Let's say the scheme target, just now as stated, is three stocks. Okay, so 1 million per stock in a profit means that it's actually a total of 3 million per month. So over the course of a year, that's a staggering rating of 36 million. So while the risks are undeniably high, but the rewards are actually immense. So that's the allure of the pump and dump. So now that we understand how this pump and dump scheme works, and we can also see why is it so effective for cyber criminal looking for exploit market vulnerability, but by executing this strategy, it's just a one part of the equation. Staying undetected is also crucially critical. So this will we will actually look at this next part on how to crucially have a security measure that keeps this operations hidden. So stay tuned. Thank you.
Next is the mock-up. The first image shows the trading chart for pump and dump scheme. The chart stimulates the price movement of a manipulated stock showing a rapid price surge, which is the pump, and followed by a sharp decline, which is the dump. This visual helps illustrate how fraudulent activities can temporarily inflate stock prices before a crash, causing financial losses for unsuspecting investors.
Hi and Assalamualaikum to Madam and to everyone. My name is Muhammad Sufi Adam. We will present to you guys about ransomware deployment. What is ransomware deployment? Ransomware deployment is encrypt critical system of targeted companies demanding ransom payments to restore assets. The simple way to you guys understand is we will send the ransomware to the companies and we will encrypt the data of the companies, important data, and then if they want the data back, they need to give us what amount money that we want. Okay, what targeted companies we want to target is the big companies, which is Wengi Hospital, Shishi Medical Center, and University Journal. Okay, so we have a 4 execution step, which is infiltration by phishing email, system breach, deploy ransomware payload, and demand payments. First, infiltration via phishing email. We will use a goldfish to deliver emails disguised as invoice or IT service updates with the malicious attachment for them to click the phishing email to easy we go through the PC or anything of the devices. Okay, the second one is system breach. We will exploit unpatched vulnerabilities and expose a ports via shutdown and establish remote access using a combat strike for we to remote access for our site. Okay, the third one, deploy ransomware payload. We will use the lockbit to encrypt sensitive file and system of their companies, their big data or any important data, and disable backup to maximize ransom compliance. So they will be panic when they cannot a backup or anything. And the fourth step is demand payments. We will deliver ransom notes with a proton mail or via encrypted signal communication, and the demand payments in Bitcoin for untraceable taxation. So if we use the cryptocurrency money, we will easy to not to expose ourselves. So if you use a bank or any account that will easy to trace, it will be dangerous to us.
The second one shows the image of ransomware demand node, which is the ransomware deployment strategy. It shows a ransomware message demanding payment in Bitcoin to decrypt encrypted files. The design uses urgency, which is countdown timer, and fear, threat of permanent data loss to pressure victims into complying with the attacker's demand.
Hi, my name is Hadi in Ahmad Kory. I will now walk you through the financial outcome table, which outline the projected financial result from two strategies, the pump and down theme and ransomware deployment. Let's begin with the pump and down theme. This strategy target three companies with an estimate revenue of 1 million per company per month, totaling 3 million monthly or 36 million annually. The revenue estimate is based on manipulated stock price rising by 150% before being sold off. These calculations are derived from historical case studies such as the XYZ scam. While this approach can generate significant profit, it carries a high risk due to its reliance on market manipulation and potential regulatory scrutiny. Next, the ransomware deployment strategy target another three companies with the average ransom demand on 1.5 million per company. This is benchmarked against notable cyber attacks, such as the WannaCry case. The total revenue from this strategy is 4 million monthly or 48 million annually. Despite its operational challenge, the risk level for this strategy is classified as medium given the lower likelihood of immediate detection compared to the pump and dancing. To summarize, the combined revenue from these six targeted company is projected at 7 million per month, an impressive 84 million annually. This breakdown emphasizes the effectiveness of diversifying their strategy to manage financial outcome while managing risk level.
Hi. Previously we covered the crime development strategies, which is a high-stake tactics that generates huge profit. But as risky as it is, the real challenge for a cyber criminal isn't just executing the scam. Hi, so in the last video, we have covered the crime development strategies, a high stakes tactics that generates a huge profit. But as risky as it is, the real challenge of the cyber criminal isn't just executing the scam, it's actually staying hidden. In this video, we are going to explore the security measures cyber criminals use to mitigate the risk and also protect their operation from detection. So let's take a closer look. Why the security really matters. When carrying out any illegal activities on this scale, the ability to stay undetected is everything. Cybercriminal needs to cover their track, avoid detection, and also ensure that all operations are secure. Without effective without risk mitigation and also operation security, their profit can quickly vanish. Worse, so can their freedom. I have listed out four key security measures. The first one is actually the privacy-focused cryptocurrencies. Instead of Bitcoin, which is traceable, criminals prefer privacy coin like Monero and Zcash. These cryptocurrencies are actually much harder to trace, making it nearly impossible for authorities to track where their money goes. The second one is advanced data wiping. So after every operation, all digital evidence needs to be erased, of course. Tools like BleachBit are actually used to secure the files and also data, ensuring that no traces are left behind. This means if someone tries to access the data, it's all good for good. And the third one, encrypted DNS traffic. To prevent any kind of surveillance, criminals encrypt their online activity using services like NextDNS. This makes their browsing and transaction untraceable and also keeping everything under wrap. And the fourth one is actually remote infrastructure management. Cyber criminal operates their server remotely, often in countries where there's a weak cyber laws. So this adds a layer complexity. Tracking their activity in is one thing, but pursuing the legal action across borders is a different thing, challenge altogether. As just now we mentioned on the mock-up ransomware deployment strategy, to further explain how it really works, let's just look at the typical random ransomware demand notes that Afika have just now presented. So as you can see over there, it's actually a countdown timer to increase the create the urgency. And the next one is the text are actually bold red to increase the stress. And the third one is the clear instruction for victim to pay through untraceable cryptocurrency like Bitcoin or Monero. This approach actually ensures that the criminal remains anonymous while getting what they actually want. It's just another example of how well executed operational security ensures that everything runs smoothly and remains hidden. So, with this powerful security measure in place, cybercriminals are able to carry out their operation without fear of being caught. Whether it's wiping data or also using anonymous currencies, risk mitigation and operational security are actually the key to success in the high-risk game. Now that we have seen the how criminals, sorry, next that we have seen how the cyber criminals protect themselves, we can also appreciate just how carefully they operate behind the scenes. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good evening. My name is Mohd Ariff by Zainal. Today I would like to explain the revenue breakdown for illicit strategies. As a part of our strategic project to generate 3 million Malaysia ringgit monthly, we analyze potential revenue stream for the two illicit strategies, the pump and dump scheme and the ransomware deployment. For the first one is monthly revenue contribution. Okay, the graph illustrates the monthly revenue contribution from both strategy. First is pump and dump schemes, and second is ransomware development. For pump and dump schemes, it generates 3 million Malaysian ringgit monthly, and ransomware developments it generates 4 million Malaysian ringgit monthly. This indicates that ransomware development not only meet but exceed our monthly target of 3 million Malaysian ringgit when combined with the pump and dump schemes. Okay, for the second one is annual revenue contributions percentage. The pie chart show the annual revenue breakdowns, highlighting the significant contribution of each strategy. Okay, pump and dump scheme is contribute 42.9% of the total annual revenue to 36 million Malaysian ringgit. And for ransomware deployment, it contributes 51% of the total to 48 million Malaysia ringgit. Together, these strategies yield a total annual revenue of 84 million Malaysia ringgit, demonstrating their effectiveness. In summary, the graph provides a clear overview of the revenue contribution from both strategy and their associated risks. This analysis is essential for our project as we aim to generate 3 million Malaysian ringgit monthly, ensuring that our tactics are both effective and strategically sound. Thank you. That is for me.